Devin Haney. Yeah,
Good.
Devin, you like that shit when I introduce you like that, huh? That's that big talk, huh?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, my brother? How you feeling? Where you at?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm good. I can't complain, man.
I'm in Vegas.
Oh, you live out in Vegas? You moved out there for boxing?
Yeah, I've been out here for a while now, but I stay here because of boxing.
Yeah, I think that's smart. That's what Floyd did, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it's the boxing capital of the world. So,
It really is, man. Now that you mention that, it really is. So when you are a live locally, ladies and gentlemen, this is the champion of the world,
yes,
Devin
sir.
Haney. The boy putting in that work, legendary. If y'all don't know who he is, y'all better get used to him. He kills him in the ring. He stays fly outside the ring.
Got
I
to.
see you out there, man. You supposed to. We only live once.
No, you have to. You have to.
You have to live a life, huh?
Yeah, that's what it's about. When I was coming up, I always said, man, when I get some money, I don't care what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be fly. I gotta be fly.
That's what it's all about. I say it to the wheels fall off or to the casket drop, because I don't care. You know, some people, they in it for different things. You know, since I was a kid, I like to dress. I like to get fly. And I'm just like, yo, I'm going to just keep, I'm going to go. You know what I'm saying?
I seen you the other day. You had the Dior puff jacket on. You had the Dior Jordans. That was my combo. I already had the combo. I was waiting. Okay, all right. He got my combo.
Listen, man. I want to ask you. I'm gonna start off first. You coming up. You looking at boxes. Your godfather is Zab Judah, the undisputed champion from Brooklyn. That's my man. What was it like being the godson of the champ, Zab Judah?
I mean, it was like a hell of an experience because, well, it still is, but I was so blessed to have that because I was able to see this shit before it was even me. You know, I saw how he did. I saw his training camps. I saw him going to fights and people stopping him, and you know, I just knew that like one day, damn, I can't wait until that's me. And I used to go to his fights. He used to have me front row. He used to have me walking out with him. I was like, damn, like one day.
Yeah, so you wanted to feel that same thing. And it's crazy because, you know, we always want our kids and our godchildren to come up behind us,
Yeah.
but you actually made it happen. You actually put in the work to do it. And what does Zab say about you now that you the champ?
He's so happy. Like every chance he get, he always tell me how happy he is. He don't miss a fight. Whenever he in town, he trying to come to the gym and watch me train. You know, he's so supportive. And, you know, some people who was there before you, they see it and they see you coming up and they like, you know, they might be a little envious or something like that. Nah, he's 100% supportive, and you know, he's trying to give me tips all along the way.
God bless. You know who else got a ill godson is, I heard Patrick Mahoney, the football player, is A-Rod's godson.
Damn, that's crazy.
That's crazy, huh?
Crazy.
That's blessed. What is your dream fight? Is it Ryan Garcia? Is it Lomachenko, Terrafino, or Tank Davidson? Why? Which one of those guys is the ultimate?
Legacy-wise is Lomachenko, because I just feel like that's the fighter who everybody think is, you know, the best in the division right now. Even though he's on his way out, I want to get him now because right now is the time where they feel like he's in his prime and he's, you know, he's the best. But dream fight where I know that it'd be crazy, the fans would go crazy, the streets, everybody is Tank. Me and Tank, that'd be crazy.
Man, and you know what I say about boxers, right? I say, everybody can have 100 guys with them. They can have the illest entourage. You could talk the best shit in the world. But when you walk in that ring, that's you by yourself and the other guy mano a mano.
Yeah.
And that is different, man. It's it's different when you gotta put your money where your mouth is at and go up in there and fight the best in the game. And I think the Lomachenko will be great too, but I know the streets will go crazy for you and Tank.
Crazy. But every fight, I don't care who you is. Before you get in there, you're like, damn, this is something I really want to do. Do I really want to go in there? It's just it crossed your mind. Then when you in there, you're like, fuck it, it's go time.
Yeah, I think it's almost like when shout out Kenny Burns, V103's own. I think it's even like a concert. Like sometimes, like I might do a summer jam in New York and 60,000 people, and I get nervous. But the minute I walk on the stage, it's like I'm home. I'm in my living room. Is that the same of like a championship fight?
Yeah, once you throw the first punch, it's like, all right, it's time. We locked in. Now it's like you go into the game plan and you go like into fight mode. I'm ready. Whatever.
Garcia said he fought you 5 times in the amateurs. He says he won 3 times. Is there any truth to that? And
at the end of the day, he don't got no proof of his wins. I got all proof of my wins. So at this point, I won every single one. Until he can show some proof, I won every single one.
Oh my God. I mean, you know, I've been on my losing weight. I've been on my exercising. I'm older than you, but I've been pushing myself to the ultimate. But I mean like exhaustion.
Yeah.
Like, you know, where I come back, I leave like, I come back like, right? I heard nobody trains like you in the gym.
Yeah.
Tell me what it's like, you getting up, going to the gym and training.
I mean, when I go in the gym, I put it all on the line. I push myself to the extreme because I know that I always learn that what you do in the gym is what you're gonna do in a fight. Some people say, "Oh, the fight different than the gym is different." I always believe what you do in the gym is what you're gonna do in a fight. And you know, I'm just a hard worker. I put my all into I sacrifice everything for boxing. So, you know, when I go in there, I'm putting in the work. I'm sacrificing. I'm putting everything for that one night to be ready 100%.
You know, I watched the fight. Obviously, one of the greatest of all times is Floyd Mayweather, Money Mayweather, right? And I watched the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Out first 5, 6 rounds. I don't know which one, but then I seen him change the whole style and plan.
Connection was messing up. Say it one more time.
I said, one of the greatest of all times is my brother Floyd Money Mayweather.
Yeah.
I watched one fight where Mayweather was losing like 6 rounds. I've never seen nothing like that before. I forgot who it was. And he switched his whole style up. And he figured it out and he beat the guy. And I watched him at the end talk. And he was like, yeah, he was giving me a tough time. But I remember when, let me throw any box. It wasn't the actor. Leon Spinks switched up his style like this and he won. Do you watch a lot of tape from back in the days of old school champions and all that?
Yeah, that's all I watch. You know, I don't really watch fighters today. I watch all old fighters, like throwback fighters. Of course, I love to watch Floyd. Man, the list go. I got dudes who never, like, when it was black and white, like Ezra Charles, and they was fighting like through slavery and shit like that. So I watch old fights.
Oh, so you watching Joe Louis and all those guys and
Charles, Charlie Burley, old fighters who people never even heard of, way before my time.
Yeah, they say lately the woman's been fighting over you, but we ain't got to elaborate on that shit right there, man. Wow! And how do you know what girl? You know, you're a young dude, you filthy rich, you the champ, you got all the heat on you. How do you know which girl to trust or to bring home to your moms and your pops? Like, what is in it? What do you see in them?
I mean, at the end of the day, I'm still shuffling through them. I'm still, picking and choosing. I don't know which one yet,
Take your time.
Yeah. And that's what I'm doing. I'm taking my time, and the right one is gonna come at the right time.
I think you'll know, hopefully, because, you know, unfortunately, you know what I'm saying? You already there. You in the spotlight. You got the bread. You got all that. You don't know who to trust. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, a lot of these girls like soap operas. I don't want the girls to kill me. The girls watch me. You watch yourself with these girls, man. That's all I'm saying. Be very, very careful, because you make a mistake, you be paying for the rest of your life.
Tell my dad this all the time. I would much rather have these problems than back a couple years ago when I didn't, you know, I couldn't catch a girl and save my life. You know, now I feel good that, you know, I'm
You like these problems. Hey, let me ask you something. What's your top 5 favorite boxers of all time? Your top 5.
Ooh. No order?
No order.
Okay, all right. Well, let me go. I gotta go with Ezra Charles, Floyd, Roy Jones. I've been watching a lot of Ricardo Lopez and Ali.
Oof. Ali's my favorite of all time. You know, Ali, Muhammad Ali, just what he, what he stood for.
Everything he stood for.
Everything he stood for was ill. Like, and at the time too, you gotta understand we was underrepresented, underrepresentation. He stood up for the rights of the people. You know what I'm saying? And as a fighter, he's my favorite fighter too, because you can lose. You know, it's crazy. So if you watch basketball, they kill Charles Barkley all the time because he didn't win a championship. But he's one of the greatest 50 players of all time. Same thing with boxers. You know, you go undefeated the minute you lose one fight. People start sleeping on you immediately. But Ali would lose a fight, come back, win. Like, that's why I love Ali.
And that's what's wrong with boxing these days, that where if you take a loss, then they just count you all the way out. Rather in UFC, basketball, football, you take a loss and you could come back, you know, and still be good. Now it's like if you take a loss in boxing, they just cancel you all the way out.
And that's crazy because, and then you'll come back and bust their ass. So it's like, you know, my thing is, yo, it's really hard in boxing, man, because it feels like one loss, God forbid, 2, it's like, yo, we done with this guy. Like you got to be perfect.
Yeah. And you know what I wanted to ask you about. I don't know where I saw it, but I saw you telling the story about when you was in the bathroom. You was in the bathroom, and a dude came up to you or whatever, and I forgot what you said, but what he said or something like that. I think I don't know what he was like trying to. I don't know if he's trying to extort you or some shit.
So what I was saying was, damn, man, I've been trying to be a nice guy. So what I was saying was, I've never been extorted in my life.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I watched a lot of my rap brothers get extorted. Mostly all of them. So if you grew up, you know, with your friends and all of a sudden you got this killer dude with you and you acting like he's your friend, like you grew up with him, but you paying all his bills and you giving him money, he's extorting you. It's friendly extortion. I don't have that. Never had that. So I wonder what it felt like because I never even got approached by the greatest of extortion guys in my life. Like no one even tried, right? Like, so one day I'm in the club, this back in the day, and I got like 100 guys with me. But I go in the bathroom. When I go in the bathroom, there's this dude using the bathroom. The bathroom got this whole mirror. He's cock diesel. It's different from your cock diesel to jail cock diesel. This guy looked like he been home for one day. He's like, so he looks at me and he's like, oh, wow. Oh, I've been looking for you. I've been looking for you. Oh, wow. So I'm like, oh, what's up? You know, I don't know if he's a fan or whatever the case may be. And he was like, yo, man, I did 10 years, man. Dude's out here, man. I did 10 years. So he kept saying he's doing 10 years, and it almost sounded like he was saying, like he mad at everybody because he did 10 years. Somebody got to pay. So he said, I've been reading about you. I've been asking about you, and everybody say you tough and you ill. He said, I don't believe him though. You can't be tough. I don't believe him. They're lying. So he said, we can do this 2 ways.
He was a Spanish dude?
Spanish dude. Puerto Rican, cock diesel, you know. So he said, we could do this 2 ways. We could do this the friendly way, or either way, you're going to have to pay. You owe me. Like, I don't even know this guy. So it's one thing for our friends to argue with each other. Me and my guys I grew up with since kindergarten, since whatever, we curse each other out all the time, but we don't go against each other. But it's one thing for you to diss me, and somebody from Terror Squad hears somebody diss me. So it just so happens when he's saying that, I'm looking at him, I'm like, word? That's how you feel? He's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm out here now, this. So the bathroom, the toilet door opened slowly. And it was one of my guys, Serge, he's on here, DJ Serge. So Serge looks like he wants to cry. Serge is looking, I see him in the mirror, he's like, he can't believe this guy's telling me this. He's like, oh my God. Holy shit, yo. And moral to the story is we beat this guy's ass so bad, man.
Well, I wanted to ask you, never seen the dude since?
I never seen him again.
Never heard, never nothing. Never knew who he
Never
was.
heard about him. Never a rebuttal. He never showed up to the next place. The guy just disappeared, man. Like, he just like, that was it. Maybe he learned his lesson. Maybe he learned his lesson. I don't know what to tell you, but he never came back. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I've always wanted somebody to try me like that. Like, you know, like I was like, wow, I'm human. Like
That time
the guy's he's gonna try me. Yo, I'm crazy. Yo, B, let me tell you something, man. But the guy never surfaced. He took that ass whipping like a true G, because you know what happened to me was, damn, I don't want to get on here and talk all that shit there, but what happened to me was, you know, I was short-tempered, I was fast. So we be at a Burger King, you step on my sneaker, I'm hooking. Like, you know, I was too fast with it. Growing up, I grew up like, I didn't even remember who I fought yesterday. I was fighting so much.
Have you got in the gym?
No, I never been in the gym. Like, I'm not I never been a professional boxer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you a funny story, right? And my man Charlie Green Eyes, it was his birthday the other day. So I'm gonna tell you a crazy story. So back in the days when I was young, they knew I was wild. So it was a dude, he was a kingpin dude. He had crazy money. I'm talking about when I was young, way young teens. So he said, yo, Joey, come with me. I'm gonna buy you a couple of pair of sneakers, but we gotta go fuck this dude up. So I said, all right, let's go. So I go with him. Now the problem was, this dude was such a big time dude, but this was his block, because he could handle this without me, right? But he grew up in this block, and I guess he couldn't take it more serious. Everybody knew each other's mothers and all that. So a dude was trying him on the block he grew up on, but he couldn't take it to another level, if you get what I'm saying. So he said, all right, Joe, come to me. I don't know nothing about the guy, right? So the guy is, so I pull up with my man. The guy is arguing with him, like disrespecting him, you know, to another level. But while he's talking shit to my man, he's not thinking nothing about the fat, chubby guy that's like 16. He just arguing with him, and the chin is so wide open, like the chin was so professionally sitting there, right? So while he's talking to him, I go, boom! I lay the nigga, I lay him out. I lay him out. Check this out. Yo, Pat. Pat Boost on the check it. Yo, I lay him out. Boom! To sleep. Like even think when I was 16 I ever laid anybody out like that. He just went out, right? I never forget. He fell on a bike, right? The whole block was like, oh, shit, yo, like, everybody was screaming like, oh, like, out the windows. This is one of them typical Bronx blocks. It was on Creston Avenue. I'll give you that. It's in the hood in the Bronx. So the guy's knocked out, right? So while he's knocked out, the whole block is running outside like, oh, shit. And they knew who I was, my reputation. I wasn't from that hood, but they knew who I was. So they was like, yo, this nigga Joey cried. Laid him out. Yo, this is crazy. Like, but they screaming out the windows. So the guy who brings me is pulling me. Like, yo, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. He trying to rush me out of there. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm like, yo, man, fuck that, man. He knocked. He was like, yo, let's go. He was pushing me to get out of there, right? More to the story, the guy's starting to wake up. And he's like, yo, fat boy, but come on, come back. Yo, but fat boy, let me holler at you. Yo. Give me the fair one. Give me the fair one. So this guy I went with threw me in the cab and got me out of there.
Yeah.
Later on, I found out this dude was like Golden Gloves champion 5 years in a row, knocks people out for a living, the nicest champion in the world. To this day, that man is telling people, to this day, he's telling people that know me, yo, tell Fat Joey he owe me a fight. Tell Fat Joey he owe me. Yo, this is 30 years ago. This is 30 years ago. To this day, he said, yo, tell Fat Joe. I swear to God, he tells people, tell Fat Joe he owe me the fair one. He owe me the fight. Because I ain't going to lie to you. I snuffed him. And he went there. You know, it wasn't a fair one, but, you know, the stories around the hood was like, yo, Joe squared up with homeboy one-on-one. Yo, Joe dropped him. Yo, it's crazy. Joe got hands like, but the truth was I snuffed him. You know what I'm saying? But, yo, it was crazy. That was a crazy one, B. That's what I tell you.
Man, we got to, when I come to New York, we got to get in the gym, man. I got to see what you got.
No, I ain't nice like that. I'm old, man.
Okay, we still got to see, though. I know you could punch like a motherfucker.
No, I used to be nice. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, I got bullied by 20 guys my whole junior high school. Like, every day I got beat up by 20 guys. You know? I had to come out and fight every day, though. Yeah. So what you're not understanding is, people don't understand. It's not easy to go to school every day knowing you're going to get beat up or jump. I went to school every day and knew I was going to have to fight these guys, get my ass whipped, and I still showed up every day. That's why when the biggest cop dieselist guy want smoke with me, I'm like, yo, bro, you got to be kidding me. Like, you know, I done caught so many ass whippings.
I started boxing. I was going to school and I was beating people up every day. So,
me too. I eventually turned into beating people up.
Yeah.
Like, so that was junior high. I ain't tell you about high school. High school's all too much for this IG Live. High school? I dare you find somebody with. I start a contest. $1,000. Give me a Fat Joe story in high school. Man, I was terrorizing, man. It's unbelievable, but that's the sad thing about the hood is that they bully you till you don't care no more, and then you become a predator, and then you really don't care no more. And so they could take a perfectly beautiful guy, that if he grew up in a nice neighborhood, could have been a lawyer or a doctor, and they turn it, his heart gets so cold that he turned into, he want to smoke, and then unfortunately, the more violent you get, the more work you put in, the more the girls think you cuter, the more they respect you, the more you wind up walking around there like you a king or something.
I got one story when I was getting bullied. It was my older brother. I got an older brother, and he had a little friend. He was a little bit older than me, and every day he would just bully me. He'd be picking on me because he was older. I looked up to him. He was like like a big bro to me, right? So it was this one day, my dad just had enough of it. He was like, y'all two gonna get in the gloves. And this was like probably like, I probably was boxing probably 4 months. I wasn't deep into boxing. So my dad was like, y'all two got to get in the gloves. So we went to the Big Five. We got all the gloves, headgears, all that. And I was scared to death. I'm not gonna lie, because he had me. I was intimidated by him. Like I was like, damn, like dad, I don't want to get in the gloves with him. Look at him. He older. He was bad. He was real bad. He was known for breaking in people's houses, just doing crazy stuff. So I was like, man, I'm not getting the gloves with him. My dad was like, no, you is. When we got in the gloves, I must have beat the dog shit out of him. And ever since then, it was no problems out of him. Ever since then, he knew. You don't want
I'll
these.
tell you a crazy story, right? There was a guy, and I don't really tell these stories like that. There was a guy I grew up with. He was little. His name was Kindu, original TS member. And we in the projects, he woke me up out my sleep. And he said, yo, Joe, they just stuck me up for my coat. I know they hate when I tell these stories, but it's true. I mean, the actual guys from my old block, they get mad when I tell these stories, but it's true. It happened, right? So he wakes me up out my sleep. He tells me, yo, Joe, they robbed me, you know, over there in Davidson, right? That was another project. So he was like, all right, I woke up out my sleep. I woke up. I was like, all right, let's go. I ain't gonna lie. It was so many years ago. I grabbed the hammer. Boom. I went with him, right? When we walked up, they saw me and they threw his coat out the door. Mm-hmm. It was just me and him. When we walking up to the project where they hang out in the lobby, they opened the door and threw the coat out. They didn't even want to come out. When they saw me, they didn't even want to come out. They threw the coat out. Like, oh shit. This dude done went and got cracked, right? So I'm like, they give us the coat. I'm like, all right, they got about 30 guys in the lobby. It's just us. I said, all right, yo, Kindu, get your jacket, let's go. He said, nah, crack. I want the fair one. I said, yo, Kindu, you already got your shit. Don't worry about it. They gave you your coat back. Kindu's this small. Borderline a little bit bigger than the, he's a small person. Okay? Like, extremely small. Not a regular, like, he's small. He's small. So, Kindu's like, nah, crack, I want to fight him the fair one. So I said, so I'm like, yo, come outside. So the dude who came outside, I knew him. He's a cool dude, too. His name was David. Yo, this guy's so cock diesel. Okay? Like, I didn't want to fight the guy. The guy was that big, cock diesel. He comes out. Dominican kid named David. So they come outside, yo, crack. Yo, it's over. Don't worry about it. Yo, we ain't know he was down with TS. So he's like, I'm like, yo, you sure can do it? Like, I'm begging him not to. I'm like, yo, please, no. Nah, fuck that. He got to respect me. We got to fight the fair one. So the guy's looking at him like, fair one? Like, I will fuck you up. He's telling can do that. Sure enough, they go at it. This boy Kindu grabs his feet, picks him up, body slams him on his head, lets him get back up, scooped him again, body slammed him. He wound up beating the brakes off this motherfucker. And Kindu this little. And I was like, oh, shit. So I don't never take the size, the big. I
never believe that size matters. Because I didn't beat up big niggas before. Big niggas that I actually didn't think that, damn, like, this nigga big. So I never believed, like, that size mattered. Weight, none of that shit matters.
You know what? You know Roy Jones came to beat me up because I dissed him on, not dissed him, it was a hot line, man. I say even Roy Jones forced to lean back. He came to see me. I was very clear. He could knock me out. Like, I was very clear. And I was Joe Crack the Dawn. I had 100 guys right here. I was very clear that if he did one of those boom chicken joints, I might go down. I was very clear. And I'm 2 times, 3 times his weight. I'm like, yo, hold up, Roy. Maybe we can talk about this.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, like, you crazy?
You told him like it wasn't like that. I didn't mean it like that. He was like, "What? So you didn't mean it like that?"
I did. Yeah, it was a line. It was wrong, but it was just a hot line. You know what I'm saying? It was a hot line, but I violated because we was friends. But I wasn't confused. He was way smaller than me, but he's the champion of the world.
You say,
huh?
What did you say? What was the line?
I said even Roy Jones was forced to lean back. So what happened was when lean back was #1 on the New York, I said he had just got knocked out. But at the time, Roy Jones was undefeated.
So that's probably when Tarver knocked him out, huh?
So it's the first time he ever lost.
Tarver.
And let me tell you something. But he stepped to me. He's crazy. Roy Jones crazy. Because he came to New York and he stepped to me. I'm not going to lie to you. This is bad for anybody. And at the time we was on that bullshit, I had 100 guys with me. So he saw it. So he kept like wanting to smoke. You know, I said the story a million times already, man. But you know, and I had to tell him, yo, Roy, I got 100 guys with me. Nobody's gonna fight you one-on-one. Nobody. Like, you the champ of the, we're not confused. Like, please, I beg you, no smoke, please.
That's what we think that we could settle it with these, and it ain't gonna happen.
No, it ain't gonna happen. That's a lesson for you to learn too, cause
problem, they're not coming to fight. They coming to do something else. They're not coming to fight you. And I had to.
No, they not. And so you gotta always be conscious. In any case, what's worse is in any case, and this is a real jewel for y'all. When a person is scared of you, so say the bullied person. When I got shot from the biggest coward in the world, and I'm not just saying that because he shot me. The guy was a sucker, and I kept bothering him, tapping him on his head, bullying him, this, that, and one day he lost it. And he waited for me with a hammer, and anyway, they'll hear the story in my book when it comes out, but it's like I've been shot by a coward. Like, I'm not bullshitting. Like, a guy shot me because he was scared to death. Mm-hmm. So it's like, you know, when guys are scared of you like that, you know, you got to be careful. You know what I mean? So with me, I learned from that and a couple of other instances to like, yo, don't push my weight around, even though I know I got it, this and that. And you know, guys, this ain't back in the days where they going to fight you one-on-one in the middle of the street anyway. Know what I'm saying? So, Dev, let me get you the last question. Let me get your top 5 rappers of all time. Not in no order, 5.
Ooh, all time. That's hard. I got to think. I got to go with Mac Dre. Mac Dre in the Bay.
The Bay Area.
E40. Damn, that's hard.
You got Mac Dre, you got E40.
Who else? I don't know. I got to come back to that. I got to think.
I can give you Pockets from over there. Too Shorts from over there.
Yeah, Too Short.
And if you want to get beautiful with it, you can go Saweetie. She's from that hood too.
Sweetie, yeah. Oh, yeah, Jay-Z. That's right, mate. We got to go with Jay-Z. Got to go with Jay-Z for sure.
There you go. Let me ask you a question. Who's bugged you out when you've been at one of your fights and you looked at the front row or in the front and you seen like a certain celebrity that you was like, oh, shit, they watching me fight?
What's crazy is like when I be fighting, I don't even like be able to see the crowd. I be so like zoned in that I can't even like pay attention to the crowd.
I know the feeling. Sometimes when I perform, I don't even see people. You could be right in my face, but I'm on there like a mission. Like I've been paid to rock the crowd. Like,
Yes.
and
Like,
and so I'm looking at people, but I'm not really looking at people.
and
I'm,
like I can't even hear. Like I don't even hear the crowd.
do you hear your coach? Do you hear your coach?
I hear like familiar voices. Of course, I hear my coach. I hear like familiar voices that's like that's that's in camp with me that I hear like often. Like I hear my brother. I hear my pops. Of course, he's my coach. I hear like very few people.
So you can hear through all that, like you hear your brother.
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
like, yo, get to it, get to it.
And then like of course I hear the crowd when it's like a loud noise like ooh or something like that. But rarely do I ever hear the crowd.
Man, let me tell you something, man. I admire what you do. Only words of wisdom I can give you is to know that your body is your weapon, that when it comes to boxing, it ain't a Lamborghini, it ain't this, it ain't that, it ain't. Your body is what pays your bills. Your body is what makes it happen. So you got to preserve your body. Like Floyd Mayweather, I've seen him with 20 bottles of Cristal, never seen him take a sip in the club. It's just there. So you got to really take your body, like you got to preserve yourself really. You know what I'm saying? So it's it's an honor, it's a pleasure. I'm looking out for you, champ. I can't wait to that next big fight. Are you gonna fight with the COVID? Are you waiting for the people to come back in the arena?
No, we're looking at a fight for November 7th. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm fighting November 7th. We don't know if there's gonna be a crowd or no crowd, but November 7th is my date.
All right, my brother, I'm gonna be tuned in. We all gonna be tuned in. God bless you, man. Stay safe, and we cheering you on. All right.
For having me.
Devin Haney, boy, the champ, baby. The champ is here. Man, that boy right there, he get it in. And you don't know who I know. You don't know who I know. Kenny Burns, that team Haney. That boy got hands. That boy got hands. Tomorrow night, Big Sean. Big Sean, 8 p.m. Eastern. Wednesday, the biggest show. Thursday, we're going to try this again. Joel Santana. Okay. Last week was Hope. Fate, which is one of the most viewed interviews I've had so far. Who we had? Jermaine Dupri, Wyclef Jean. Like just every day, the shit was legendary. 6 months straight. Every day. This ain't no throwback. That's the new champion. Love you, Kenny Burns. This ain't no throwback. This the new champion. Champion now. I'm not the one. And so they said, sit down. Don't go nowhere. It's COVID. And my daughter threw on the IG Live. And I've been going hard. Hard. And let me tell you something. This ain't no part of no nothing. This is all out of respect. This is out of relationships. This is all. They got people in shows called bookers. They got several bookers that goes and book talents for shows. We do this ourselves. Mom and pop business. Shout out to Dre of Cool and Dre, executive producer as well. We on Revolt Tuesday, 10 p.m. Eastern, every Tuesday, Revolt TV. and we smashing everything. We will not stop. It is impossible. And bro, let me tell you something. Thank you guys for checking in every day and believing in me. Because I believe in you guys. And I want y'all to see something that started out so natural, started out with you on IG, just a simple thing, grow into something phenomenal. And so you can see something in your face, grassroots, grow into another level. E. Philly, what's up, my brother? Ruby Junco, what's up? Michael Mann, what's up? Yo, Dre, what's up? Stuck the hundreds on the top, throw the singles on the floor. You messing with the big show. You don't know who I know. Yo, this is crazy, man. It's crazy. It's about to get real crazy. It's about to get real crazy, and I will not stop. I'm relentless till the wheels fall off. Listen, guys. Armando, what's up? 200,000 people have died from COVID. I'm looking at the ATL, Kenny Burns. They out there in the club popping bottles, no mask. I had to call Catherine Bruton and say, yo, Catherine, what's the corona? And I'm not wishing you bad. I love the ATL. I love my people, but what's the corona situation? I see my brother Flo Rida, God bless him. Happy birthday. He threw a party in the ATL, bottles, nobody got masks. Future on top of a couch. I'm like, yo, what? Am I crazy, or is the strip club still popping or something? Like, I'm not going nowhere. I go from my house to Khaled's house to my mother and father's house. And I just started touching the studio. Listen to music. You know, Eminem threw a fire in my ass, man. Marshall called me up, and I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I love Eminem. I love Marshall Mathers. And more than love him, I respect him and his contributions to the rap game. And so when M calls you and tries to convince you to come out of retirement, that's all I ever wanted, was for the elite to respect what I do. And so M was like, yo, nah, man, I need you out here, man. We need you. And so, to his credit, I started listening to beats. Listening to beats. Put God first. 200,000 people. So I want you to know that when you look at the Lakers Stadium or Madison Square Garden, there's only 25,000 people. So you would have to fill that up about 10 times. If you look at the Staples Center, fill that motherfucker up 10 times with people. That's how many people have died. It's not a hoax. It's not a game. Wear the mask. The most important thing in the world is to wear the mask. Very important. Tomorrow night, none other than Big Sean, Detroit's own. Put God first. God is everything. God is too real. Everybody has their own relationship with God. You could be in the church. You could just do it from your home. Stay righteous. Help people. Shout out to Sugar J and to Relish on the jacket. I love it. I'm going to take a pic in a little while. You'll see me throw up that pic earlier looking flacco wacko. I'm not playing with these people. I'm too focused, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. They calling me Dorian Gray. Dorian Gray. Go Google that. Yo, sure. I see you, boy. I see you. You know I support black-owned business. I've been supporting my whole life. Y'all already know. Peace, y'all. Love y'all. Stay up. The Big Show.